What in the reality TV hellfire just exploded inside that courtroom? Because, baby, this wasn't just another love and hip-hop tantrum. No. This was a full-blown, camera-ready courtroom circus that had everyone glued to their seats. Center of this chaos was none other than Lil Scrappy, shaking, sweating, and silently screaming inside his head, "Y'all did this to me." Right in the front row, looking like he owned the place, was Stevie J sipping invisible tea, calm as ever, while casually dropping a bombshell so dirty even Mona Scott couldn't have scripted it. Have you ever witnessed a man expose a woman, so coldly, so brutally in open court, under oath with cameras rolling? Well, that's exactly what went down. Stevie didn't just throw Bambi under the bus. He backed up, slammed on the gas, and ran her over not once, but 3 more times. And Bambi? She sat frozen like a Dollar Tree Barbie, mascara smudged, lips trembling, her secrets unraveling faster than her lace front in the humid courtroom air. So, what did Stevie J reveal that sent shockwaves through the internet? Why is Scrappy's name trending right next to words like tragic downfall? And how did Mama D end up in the hallway screaming Bible verses like she just caught the Holy Ghost? Hold tight, because this isn't just messy, it's generational. Chaos broadcast in high definition for all the world to see. The courtroom was supposed to be a place of order, silence, and professionalism. But when Lil Scrappy walked in looking like he hadn't slept for days, and Stevie J followed with that trademark slick grin, the whole vibe changed instantly. It felt more like a scene from Love and Hip Hop, Courtroom Chronicles, than an actual court hearing. Trailing behind was Bambi, designer threads dripping, tension radiating, walking like she already knew Judgment Day had arrived. For those who've been living under a rock, or dodging the brewing shade storm, here's the scoop. Lil Scrappy, Atlanta's very own Prince of Petty Drama, is officially on trial. Not for what he did, but for what he let happen. The accusations, negligence, fraud, manipulation, emotional abuse. Those words sound vague, but trust me, the receipts are anything but. Enter Stevie J, the court's most unexpected wild card. Not only did he voluntarily show up to testify, but he came fully armed, with tea so hot it could burn every lace front in the building. His mission was clear: to publicly and devastatingly expose Bambi for what she allegedly did behind closed doors. So, what exactly did Bambi do? And how did Scrappy end up looking like a heartbroken intern at his own downfall? This isn't your typical messy love triangle. This is a twisted dark web of betrayal, secrets, and deadly clout chasing, according to court documents and whispers. From the courtroom grapevine, the drama between Scrappy, Bambi, and Stevie didn't just spark last week. It's been simmering for years. Fueled by reality fame, behind-the-scenes hookups, and allegedly a stolen investment fund. That's right. The entire scandal traces back to a missing $240,000 that was supposed to be invested into Scrappy's upcoming music venture. An emotional passion project he called The Comeback. But according to anonymous courtroom whispers, Bambi allegedly redirected that money into her own business, without Scrappy's consent. And guess who helped move the funds quietly behind the scenes? Yep, Stevie J, and it gets darker. Early in the trial, Scrappy's legal team dropped a bombshell. Leaked text messages between Bambi and an unidentified business manager planning to liquidate Scrappy's studio equipment, including his prized custom microphone, to free up cash. Can you imagine Scrappy's face when those texts were read aloud in court? But wait, there's more. A hidden audio recording from Stevie J's phone surfaced, allegedly capturing Bambi saying, "He ain't serious about music no more. I'm just protecting my future. Scrappy will get over it." And as if that wasn't enough drama, a scuffle reportedly broke out in the courthouse bathroom between Bambi and one of Scrappy's cousins. Security had to step in after Bambi threw her Dior handbag, which now sports a visible dent. Mama D was reportedly filming the fight from a stall, but accidentally deleted the footage. Of course. Then came the moment that froze the courtroom. Stevie J took the stand with all the confidence of a reality star auditioning for a primetime drama. When the judge asked him to state his name, he winked at the cameras as if this was a press conference, not a federal hearing, and then he dropped the line that's going viral everywhere. "Your Honor, I'm here today not to snitch, but to enlighten. And the truth? It ain't cute." Stevie testified that months ago, Bambi came to him begging for advice on how to move money without Scrappy finding out. He said no, but admitted he gave her contact info for a crypto facilitator who handles celebrity asset transfers. Then, staring, "Bambi down," Stevie said. "You tried to play me like a pawn, but I'm the king on this board, baby girl." The courtroom gasped. Bambi reportedly whispered "lame" under her breath, but the damage was done. If you thought the scandal stopped there, buckle up. Just as the judge was about to call a recess, Mama D stood up, wearing a floor-length fur coat that made her look like a villain straight out of a Tyler Perry movie, and shouted, "Tell the truth, Bambi. Tell the truth." Security tried to escort her out, but she screamed, "Y'all trying to silence me like y'all silenced Scrappy. God gon' reveal it all." Courtroom sketches leaked onto social media immediately. Twitter exploded with trending hashtags like "Notarg Free Scrappy," "Yadarg Stevie JS Niche," and "Mama D needs a spinoff." Bambi's PR team scrambled, releasing a statement saying she was confident the truth would come out. But let's be honest, the streets weren't buying it. Screenshots, audio leaks, and witness rumors were spreading like wildfire. And if you think that was the end of it, think again. Day 2 started with a surprise witness no one expected. Erica Dixon, Scrappy's ex. She walked in like she had a mission from God himself, dressed in all black, sunglasses on, passing Bambi without even a blink. The room went silent, until someone whispered from the back, "Now it's really over." Erica wasn't subpoenaed. She volunteered, saying she had information vital to the court's understanding of Bambi's pattern of deception. She calmly handed over a flash drive containing surveillance footage from a private event 2 months earlier. Bambi was caught bragging about using Scrappy's name to land a 6-figure brand deal, without his permission. Erica quoted Bambi's words from the footage. "I ain't gotta tell Scrappy nothing. His name gets the bag, whether he knows it or not." The courtroom felt the heat rise. Scrappy's lawyer requested a break. Bambi's lawyer whispered something to her, but she waved it off like she was unfazed. Then came the social media subpoena. Apparently, Bambi's close friend's Instagram story had been screenshotted and handed over to Scrappy's legal team by an alleged frenemy, Tasha K. Those stories were played in court. One clip showed Bambi sipping champagne with a caption, reading, "When you drain a man emotionally and financially, but still come out with the house, the bag, and the followers unbothered." The judge asked if the caption was satirical or serious. Bambi shrugged. "Depends on who's watching, girl." Even the court reporter paused typing for a moment. Meanwhile, Stevie J sat in the witness gallery grinning like he had another grenade to throw, and surprise, he did. Out of nowhere, he requested permission to submit a sealed folder labeled 2018-2021 Hidden Recordings. The judge agreed to review it in chambers. Court whispers say the folder contained secret phone calls between Bambi and unknown investors, audio of Bambi admitting she tricked Scrappy into signing over creative rights, and a voice note where she laughs about never loving him, saying, "I was always in it for the check." Of course, we have to take this with a grain of viral salt, but the court's reaction said a lot. Bambi's team immediately requested a mistrial, denied minutes later. Guess who showed up during lunch? Young Jock. Not to testify, but because he heard it was lit and wanted to show support. He posted an Instagram story from the hallway saying, "Man, it's giving Zeus Network in real life." The judge was not amused. She called everyone back in and warned, "This court is not a reality show, and any further disruptions will result in contempt charges." Good luck with that, Your Honor. Let's talk about Bambi's rebuttal. After hours of being dragged from every angle, she finally took the stand, strong, calm, controlled, wearing a cream power suit and a smug little smirk that said, "I got this." Her story? She admitted moving money, but claimed she did it because Scrappy had become irresponsible, reckless, and emotionally unstable, burning through cash, trying to relive a rap dream that died years ago. She also accused Stevie J of holding a grudge because she rejected his advances at a VH1 event in Miami. Plus, she accused Erica of weaponizing old beef for clout. The courtroom reaction? Mixed at best. Scrappy visibly shook. Mama D whispered prayers like this was the Color Purple reboot, Stevie J mouthed "liar" and folded his arms like a disappointed uncle. Then came a witness no one expected. Marisol, a former housekeeper, who had worked for Scrappy and Bambi for over 2 years. She couldn't attend in person but submitted a written statement read aloud in court, and baby. It shook the room. Marisol claimed Bambi once said on a phone call, "As long as Scrappy believes I'm loyal, he'll never question what's happening with his royalties. He don't even read his contracts." That one sentence might have been the nail in the coffin. Marisol also said Bambi routinely hid Scrappy's mail, including financial statements, royalty checks, and legal notices. She found a stack of unopened checks in Bambi's closet totaling over $80,000. The courtroom erupted again. Scrappy's lawyer moved to admit this as evidence of theft and financial abuse. Bambi's lawyer called it hearsay from a disgruntled ex-employee, but the damage was done. The courtroom was packed. Gossip bloggers lurked outside, and in the middle of it all, Carly Rae showed up with popcorn, literally. The judge called a 30-minute break to regain order, but whispers didn't stop. People started piecing it together. The missing money, fake investment decks, the crypto facilitator, private Instagram rants, surveillance footage, and the question everyone asked was, if this is what Bambi does in public, what the hell has she been doing in private? The prosecution hinted at calling a forensic accountant to trace every dime from Scrappy's accounts. That sent Bambi's team into a panic huddle. Then, the judge announced a special evidence review session the next day, where the sealed Stevie J folder would be played aloud. Tension was unbearable as people filed out. Scrappy whispered to his lawyer, shaking his head like a man who just realized the last 5 years of his life were built on lies. Bambi strutted out, head held high, but deep down, you could see the cracks, the twitch in her jaw, the fake smile. That wouldn't last. Stevie J sipped from a water bottle, muttering, "That was just the trailer. Tomorrow's the movie." And he wasn't lying. The next morning, the courtroom looked like a thriller movie premiere. Reporters, bloggers, former cast members flooded the place. Security had to double up. The folder was finally played aloud, and what was inside? Explosive. The first clip? A muffled voice note from late 2020, Bambi's voice clear as day. "I didn't even love him for real. I just needed that married title for tax benefits and brand deals. That's it." Gasps echoed. Scrappy's face was stone. Mama D sobbed into lace gloves. Stevie J leaned back, hands behind his head, like he'd just hit a game winner. Clip 2, a phone recording of Bambi plotting with an unknown female voice, saying she hacked Scrappy's account to push payments. Through a consulting shell company so no one could trace it, not even Scrappy. The prosecution paused and asked for an official forensic audit of Bambi's business accounts. Bambi's eyes didn't blink, but the tension in her jaw was locked tighter than a bank vault. Clip 3, the final and most personal, had Bambi mocking Scrappy's depression, laughing, he always talking about mental health. "I'm like, boy, ain't no therapist gonna save you from me. I am the trauma." The courtroom fell silent. Scrappy's lawyer stood and announced they were officially pursuing financial damages and emotional abuse restitution. Bambi's team was dead silent. But wait, there's more. The forensic accountant exposed a secret joint business account opened under Royal Brand Management LLC, with Kendra Robinson, Young Jock's wife, as co-owner. That account handled payments for brands using Scrappy and Bambi's marriage for family-friendly endorsements, but Scrappy never knew about it and never received a dime. The courtroom went nuclear. Even the judge was shook, asking, "Is this a partnership or a conspiracy?" Kendra denied any knowledge, saying she was a silent investor who had since divested and promised full cooperation. Bambi refused to comment, her team requesting a recess. Meanwhile, Love and Hip Hop cast members took to social media. Tokyo Vanity tweeted, "I tried to tell y'all Bambi was different. This ain't a plot twist. It's a plot exposed." Spice posted a photo of popcorn with the caption, "She gon' need them baby hairs laid for court tomorrow too." Then, in a jaw-dropping twist, Bambi's sister appeared via video call, tearfully, confessing that Bambi pressured her into signing fake invoices for companies that didn't exist. She quoted Bambi saying, "It's just for image. VH1 don't check. It's not fraud unless they catch you." The judge turned red. Scrappy couldn't look at Bambi. He sat, head in hands, shaking. Mama D whispered, "God ain't sleep." The judge froze all of Bambi's personal and business assets and granted Scrappy temporary full custody of their child, citing concern over the child's financial and psychological safety. That's when Bambi broke down, standing yelling, "You can't take my child!" before being restrained. Outside, paparazzi cameras flashed through the hallway windows. The judge made the final declaration. This court is prepared to proceed to sentencing if a plea deal is not agreed upon by the end of the day. Given the level of deception, fraud, and emotional damage, this case is bordering on criminal misconduct. Outside, Stevie J gave a petty interview saying, "This why you don't play games with real ones. Karma don't miss." Scrappy left quietly, through a back entrance escorted by security. No words, just pain in his eyes, the look of a man who just buried the last bit of trust he had. Later, an anonymous source leaked a text from Bambi to her lawyer. "I don't care what I gotta give up. Just don't let me go to jail." The court briefly resumed in private chambers, and word is Bambi accepted a plea deal. She agreed to relinquish claims to Scrappy's royalties, pay back over $300,000 in misappropriated funds, undergo psychiatric evaluation and parenting classes, and accept supervised visitation for at least 6 months. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the Bambi Scrappy saga ended. Not with a dramatic reunion or staged apology, but with courtroom surrender, broken family ties, and a reality TV empire left in shambles. Scrappy hasn't spoken publicly since. Bambi wiped all posts from her Instagram and removed Scrappy's name from her bio. VH1 released a vague statement. "We are re-evaluating future participation of all parties involved as we remain committed to protecting the integrity of our brand." Translation? They're trying to distance themselves fast. While the dust settles, one thing is crystal clear. This wasn't just a messy breakup. This was a full implosion of trust, brand identity, and family ties. A cautionary tale dressed in designer bags, fake brand deals, and manipulated love. In the end, Bambi thought she was playing chess, but turns out she was the pawn, and now the whole game is over. So the question isn't what happened, it's what's next. Will Bambi try to flip the script and claim she was the victim all along? Will Scrappy drop an exclusive single about betrayal and fake love? And what about VH1? Will they pretend this never happened, or is Love and Hip Hop Courtroom Chronicles Season 99 already in the works? Listen, this isn't just reality TV anymore. This is real money, real lies, and real consequences. And if you think this story ends, here, baby, you must be new around here, because in this game, everybody's got a secret, and karma's got receipts. Now it's your turn. Do you think Bambi deserves a second chance? Or is she just mad she finally got caught? Should Scrappy speak out, or let the silence speak volumes? And what do you think about Stevie J's revenge tour? Was he petty, or was this divine justice served cold with a smirk? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If your jaw is still on the floor, smash that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss the next scandal. We've got leaks, lies,